Hey, Melissa here. Come join me on my walk today on one of my favorite paths here in Costa Rica, this private little path that I get to walk in and muse on different things and think about things and be with nature. And this is being birthed out of a desire to want to express and share and move things, because the internet, I'm so grateful for the internet. There's always the pros and cons and the good and bad that comes with things. But I am really grateful for the internet because it has given us access to so many different people in the world. And I've learned so many amazing things from podcasts, from people sharing their experiences. And lately, this past, I would say, month and a half, I've been feeling very, very dense, very, very heavy, very like, what is the point of all of this? Like life, like what is all of this for? Like why? And it comes in waves. It has come in waves over the decades, but it's been feeling increasingly heavy. And I know also living in the jungle is part of that, because life is a lot simpler and you have a lot more time to be with yourself without a lot of the distractions that city life may have. And so just being with that and feeling dense and then making myself feel bad about it, because I'm like, I have created my dream, co-created my dream of living here in Costa Rica, and I have all the things that I've ever desired, living by the ocean, et cetera, et cetera. I'm like, why am I not feeling fulfilled? What is this? And there is a deep longing inside of me to want to express, to just express for the sake of expressing, and to share that with people. And so that is the birth of this space, this little corner of the world, to be able to share my musings, to be able to share my perspectives, my curiosity, because I have learned so much from people who have done the same. And it's just this deep driving thing. And so this morning I woke up pretty extra heavy, and my husband and I were going through something, not really fully communicating, like just like energy between us that we weren't vibing. And so he leaves and takes off, and him leaving just triggered something in me, and I just fell to the floor bawling, crawling my eyes out, going to God, like, God, please show me what to do. Like, I please show me what to do. Like on my knees, like take the wheel, like God. And from that experience, I was then sitting with myself, and I saw a note from my cousin, my dear cousin. I just checked in with her a couple of days ago. She was just in my field, and I was checking in with how she's doing, and I saw a really long voice note from her, and so I listened to it, and I received what she was sharing just about her life and just about densities around her own life. And I just shared with her how I was feeling like lost and like questioning things, and what's the purpose, like why are we here, what are we doing here? And she could resonate with that, and her sharing her vulnerability in real time and like what she's going through was so, yes, medicine for her, but medicine for me as well to hear that. And I've been having conversations with other women in my life, and even men, where everyone's kind of feeling a similar thing, where they're just like, you know, it's part of the remembering process of remembering our true essence and waking up to the distortions in this world, where people are feeling like, what's the point of all of this? Like, what are we even doing? Where are we going? What's the why? And after that, I was able to call my mom, did a video call, and just, you know, just normal chit chat, and I just couldn't hold it in anymore, and I just started crying. And I normally don't show that side of myself to my family in that way, where I'm being vulnerable and they're seeing me and not knowing, seeing me not having the answers or being strong or having everything all together, and out of fear that maybe she wouldn't be able to hold it, fear that I would make her uncomfortable, fear that she's going to take it on herself, and but what I was desiring most is to feel seen and heard. And in order to do that, you have to let yourself be seen, and that takes vulnerability. And it was such a cathartic release to be able to have my own mother see me in internal conflict and contradiction about things. And it was just really beautiful, because I'm like, Mom, I don't have a solution. This is the reality of what I'm feeling right now, and I don't know exactly why. And from the talking and her seeing me, her being able to see me, like, she stopped what she was doing and she just was present with me, and she could hold it. And she may have not known exactly what to say, but I felt her love and I felt her presence there on the other side. And that is so healing, just to be able to be witnessed by someone that loves you and supports you unconditionally, even if we don't have the answers or solutions. And I'm going up the hill, that's why I'm a little out of breath. After that, I was able to then jump in with my cousin and share my gratitude with her for giving me permission in her vulnerability to share the vulnerability with my mom, and then shared my vulnerability with her. And I was like, wow. And then my husband came home and we were able then to also speak about things and go into it. And it just ultimately reminded me that often the thing that we want the most is what we're the most scared to do. But on the other side of it is the biggest reward. Like me wearing the mask of always having things together, especially being a guide in some ways in my life, and offering retreats and teaching yoga, and just being that kind of guide, the one that goes first in everything. Sometimes I don't have all the answers. I definitely don't have all the answers. And so as my husband and I were going into the different layers of what I was feeling, we were able to pull through and realize that I have so much that I want to express and share, and there's this deep fear of being seen. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the world these days. The climate these days is like so much contradiction, so much hate and bashing and paradoxes. There's also a lot of beauty in this world as well. But sometimes we can hyperfixate on those more negative things, and it stops us from doing what our soul is wanting to do. And in this case, in my case, it is expressing and sharing my own experiences and musings around different topics. All kinds of topics like consciousness, food. That's a huge thing that I've been unraveling. Conspiracy theories. Talking about mainly those things like truth-seeking, consciousness, the health, wellness. All these things have been my interests my whole life. And a lot of the things that come to me and things that I'm curious about are controversial. And with that, can come that fear of being rejected or being judged. And we're going to be judged no matter what we do, whether we do something or whether we don't do something. We'll get judged either way. So the pressure just became so much, and it just got really dense for me this last month and a half, where I'm like, I need to express. And even if nobody sees this, it's for the sake of just expressing. And so this is how this was birthed. I don't have a plan for this. It's really just about me sharing different musings and topics and curiosities and things that I'm trying on from experience and things that I think about and my perspectives. And perhaps that will land if anybody does see this with someone, and plant seeds for whoever it's meant to, as people have planted so many seeds for me. And so yeah, it's a combination. First and foremost, it's about me expressing. Second, maybe it'll plant seeds for other people in their own journey of remembering, of, yeah, coming back to their true essence.